All right. Well, welcome back to the Preacher Plays. Glad to have you here today with me as I play around a little bit with this Estoc build. And I'm doing part of this recovery, or recording rather, I'm sorry, in post, because for some reason I recorded this section without any talking whatsoever, even though my microphone was on. Apparently, I was a little bit too focused on what was happening at the moment wow, he took a lot of my health. Dodge. Okay. Anyhow, as I was getting ready to start this one, I must have just been too focused to speak. Um, I know that this particular series has not been a deeply watched series yet, and I'm perfectly okay with that. This is the inaugural series for the channel, The Preacher Plays, and uh, Blooming Purple Moss. I'm going to need that a little bit. And one of the things that I'm learning in this particular playthrough is not so much about the game itself, I've discovered, but about the mental requirements for recording and playing at the same time, as well as just the technical requirements for learning how to operate the software, the recording software. I'm using OBS today to record, as well as having used in the past. I've used nice. I forgot I did that big jump. Also in the past, I've used the NVIDIA Replay or whatever it's called, where I've just kind of recorded live from the NVIDIA software. And that's all right. But OBS does have a few additional things for it. So I've kind of done a little bit of both with the recordings, sometimes with OBS and sometimes with the other. And I'm also learning to use the video editing software. For the video editing software, I am using the Shotcut program, SHOTCUT, one word, Shotcut. It's a free video editor, and it's actually quite powerful. It's not, for me, very intuitive at the initial loading screen, so to speak, until I've set it up according to a few of the videos that I've watched online. So, but now I'm beginning to operate it and learn how to lay over different things, do transitions, do cuts, do some audio editing with Audacity. So those are the software programs that I'm currently using the most of. I'm using OBS, and I'm using, of course, also the NVIDIA screen capture that's built in. And then I'm also using Shotcut, and I'm using Audacity. So all of these have their own usefulness. Now, in the last episode, one of the things that I had tried to do is climb that ladder 2 times in order to avoid the... I didn't... Okay. In order to avoid the Hydra. But obviously, one of the things I learned is that I didn't know before is that you cannot avoid the Hydra while climbing that ladder. He will just one-shot you. I suppose if I had massive stamina and life, maybe I could survive it. Maybe not. I actually don't know if that's just a built-in one-shot. But at my current levels, it's just not going to fly. Anyhow, I'm going to knock out these little blue golems. So I've got the golems and the Hydra, and we're going to see how well I can do that. Oh, look at that synchronization. It's beautiful. All 3 of them now. Click, click. There's one. And bloop, bloop. I have noticed as I play through this game that I turtle a lot. And so I'm not going to be able to do anything about this because actually, here's a bit of a spoiler, is I've already recorded the entire gameplay for this one. And so I won't be able to really change much of my turtling method on this. But I think one of the things I've decided to do is to do a no turtling, completely shield-free playthrough in the future. And that ought to make me much better at rolling it and so forth. And then I will attempt, I think, at least this is nice, got both of us though. My current plan is dodge. My current plan is to grab a hold of the parrying dagger and use it. So I don't know, something that's going to increase my skill set. But I've got a lot of things that I want to do first. I've got a partial playthrough begun already of Dark Souls 2. And now that I've seen how bad I am at turtling here, I'm going to work at not turtling. turtling so much in Dark Souls 2. And then I've already begun my Legally Blind playthrough of Dark Souls 3, and I'm really looking forward to getting some of those videos edited and getting them coming up here for you. So these, I am going to try and get one of these a day up, and it's not easy. I'm working 2 full-time jobs, and so I have to do this in my off time, and well, full-time and a part-time job. I'm sorry, I said that completely wrong. I'm a pastor, and so that's a full-time job, and that's not a 40-hour-a-week job. That takes quite a bit more time than most of you realize. No, we do not work for 45 minutes on Sunday morning, and that's it. There's quite a bit of other things that we need to do. But I drive a school bus. I enjoy doing that. It's actually kind of fun, and I love interacting with the kids, and some of them like me. You know, they see me get on the bus, and they run over, and some of the younger ones especially will give me a hug, and I don't know. I try to be a good positive influence into their lives. Those kids are precious. They're beautiful. They're made in God's image, whether they know it or not, and they are worthy of honor and respect and dignity, and you know, all of those things that they deserve. I try to give them. So, but I do enjoy that, and so if you've got kids, be sure to be grateful to your school bus drivers. They do try very hard. Also, just wanted to I don't know, kind of share a little bit about what's going on in my life right now. So in the off hours, you know, late at night, sometimes very early in the morning, I'll get up and I'll try to record one of these or play. And my playtime's been enormously limited. Actually, it's taken me a long time to build up the amount of footage I've got. I'm hopeful that as spring and summer approaches, it's winter right now, that spring and summer approaches, might have a little bit extra free time, and I'll be able to play and enjoy some follow-ups. This guy, I think I've just about got him done. If I had a better bow, a more upgraded bow, I think we'd make some progress a little faster. But good enough. Come on. I think I should be getting him just about right there. There we go. All right. So we get the Dust Crown Ring, and we get there he is, Dragon Scale. And get ready to move on. All right, well, welcome back to the Preacher Plays. You saw me decide to run down here and attempt to snag the death of the serpent again, and I got it. So now I can casually make my way back here. And before I do that, I think what I want to do... man, there's just so many things now that need to be done. Alright, we're going to... That should have reinitialized the area, and that means there's a golden golem over here. And provided I don't do anything stupid, maybe I can get it in free dusk, and we can open up the beginning of the DLC. Which I hadn't made up my mind whether or not I'm going to do the DLC, but hey, I've got it, so I might as well. And I think what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to swap, for now, my short bow with my Pyromancy Flame. Because if I remember right, this guy is pretty weak to fire. And so let's see. Yep. Ow? Make an attack so I can heal, will you? And I realize that I'm not a very good player, and so does he. And yeah. There we go. Sorry. Hi, Dusk. You want to talk to me?
So, did most gracious. I am dust. I come. So, would this be?
Sure.
Then I if that would seem.
And out comes Princess Dusk of Odasil.
I am dust. It isn't. I shall.
Sure. Nope, 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 nope. Also nope.
If thou art in need, pray summon me.
It won't happen. All right. So when I get up there, I have the dubious pleasure of trying to defeat 3 super fast kitty cats that always eat me for lunch. But I have an ace in the hole. As much as I'm relying on my Estoc, I'm also going to rely upon the bow. You may, in the future, recognize this area when it is a little bit drier than it is right now. But this really long ladder, it'll be there waiting for us when we need it. So keep that in mind. Run across up here. There are a lot of people who do not realize that this path even exists. And first things first, I want to go get glowy thing in the dark. There we go. It's a soul of a brave warrior. You got to be a brave warrior to get this far. You got to be ridiculously lucky to get any further, right? I don't know. We're the chosen undead. We can get away with anything. We could proceed on into there and find some pretty formidable foes. I'm not interested in doing that. What I'm interested in doing is finding a way to kill these kitty cats that are about to come out here. And, alright, so this is where things got weird. For a very long, slow, and somewhat tedious segment, I, for some reason, had turned off my microphone. And so all that you heard was the game, and it was not very exciting gameplay. So I decided to take this chunk and to just speed it way up, about 4.25 times its normal speed, and slowly cheese kill these goofy cats with a bow and arrow. I just had a lot of. I always have an enormous amount of problem with these cats. It's never a very exciting game for me when I do it. Part of it's because I never learned how to get good. I learned how to get cheesy. Anyhow, these cats they have a very fast rolling attack, and it's actually I don't think that hard to dodge. I just haven't practiced dodging it, and I usually get here at a point in time in the game when I have more souls than I want to lose, and so I don't. I just have always resorted to cheesing them. So on my next playthrough, maybe I'll work a little harder at it. But for right now, what you're watching is these cats go down, and we're going to speed this up this whole time and let them go down. Now the question is where do these cats come from? Are they Alvina's cats? I think they are, because they're roughly like her, at least in. Am I hitting him? Yeah. They are roughly like her, at least in size, if you look in the DLC. But at the same time, their face is different. Their jaws are wide. They're just a little bit different. But anyhow, I'm going to call them Alvina's cats. I don't know what else to call them. And while I arrow these little kitties to death, there's just 3 of them, and they do not respawn. So that's very handy. So if you come in and you're able to get one and it dies and the next one kills you, you come back and there's one fewer cat. So they don't respawn. They actually don't give you a huge amount of souls. It's not completely insufficient. I hate those things. And I've just never been very good at getting them. So I don't mind spamming them when I can. Hey, look, it's another soul item. Large soul, brave warrior, dead by cat. It's very weird to keep coming back in between live commentary and post, but here we are. Now, I am nowhere near ready to get Sif the Great Grey Wolf right now. And I really have no desire to, but I know that you can get there from here, and then I can get the Hornet Ring, which is, right now, the one thing that I really, really want. I think there was supposed to be a key that you would get for this, but I think they removed it because it's the exact same animation of opening the door to the forest, which uses the Crest of Artorias. I wonder if Crest of Artorias was originally supposed to be used here, or if they just, kind of ran out of time, like it seems like they did on the last half of the game anyhow, and so they opened up the... There we go. Let's see if I can get that without... Yeah, Hornet Ring. Get that without activating Sif. I have no need to activate Sif right now, but boosts critical attacks. One of the special rings granted to the 4 Knights of Gwyn. The Hornet Ring belonged to the Lord's Blade Kiaran. Its wearer can annihilate foes, boosting criticals, just like Kiaran did. Wolf Ring gives me Artorias' unbendable Will of Steel. Wow, that was English. And will help me to walk around. So, let's equip the Hornet Ring. And with that done, I wonder, can I... no. Because I think if I did that, I would be, fat rolling. So, we don't want that. There we go. Let's go back home. Back in Darkroot Garden, and I don't need to go downhill. I need to go uphill so I can go back outside. And once we get to the outskirts of Sin's Fortress, or Sin's Playhouse, Funhouse, we will try to see whether or not we can make it through in less than 42 takes. I can't tell you how many times I've done Sin's Playhouse, and every single time, it's always all the fun you never wanted. The fun thing about this is having already gotten the Dark Soul award on this. I'll try to remember to throw one up on the screen here. But the fun thing with having already gotten the Dark Soul award, I really do not feel the need to go and complete a bunch of side quest lines, like getting Logan out of his cage and let Big Hat die where Big Hat Logan is. I'm not interested in being his assistant. I'm not interested in rescuing him. I've had my fill. There we go. You're dead. Okay, moving on. And there was a part of me that would kind of like to get the Demon Titanite. So maybe just to say that I did. There we go. I'll come back and stab him in the ankle later. Right now, is there anything here that I need to upgrade? Let's see here.
Well,
I don't think there is. Reinforce. I would need greens. I don't have, and I don't have larges. I don't need the partisan. I don't have any large. And I'm not going to work with the longbow right now, although I am tempted to see if the extra length gets me any extra damage. Maybe I'll look it up later. Right now, just not that interested. So we're good,
I'll
I
be
think.
seeing you
I don't need
next.
much more. I think I can get up here and maybe I'll consider doing some leveling up. I think at this point in time, most of my damage is actually going to come from dex. So while I could use the vitality, and endurance is always a win. Oh man, so it's just only 1 point, right? I'm just gonna go for the dex. All right. Let me see. I think this is probably where I'll leave you for now, and I will see you the next time here on The Preacher Plays. Thanks for playing.